Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Ron here at Ablesys. Welcome to the webinar. I'm going to go over the charts and show you exactly where the buys and sells are on the chart. Once the price bar closes, it will never ever change again. So these are the exact signals anybody would see at that exact time of the day. It also doesn't matter whether you trade stocks or futures or Forex, whether you're doing different time frames than what I'm showing. It doesn't matter because it's the same rules. So whether we're looking at a 5-minute, 15-minute combination, because we always use two charts in one, that's what makes AbleTrend work so well, why everybody likes it so much. Whether you're looking at a 5:15 of Apple, or whether you're looking at a 1-minute, 3-minute of the E-mini S&P, or whether you're using a daily, weekly of Microsoft, it just doesn't matter. It's the exact same rules, meaning you look for the exact same thing I'm going to show you on the chart. As soon as you have a blue bar, a blue small dot, and a blue X, the first time all three come together, that's an official triple confirmation buy signal from AbleTrend. So it's really easy to use. It's just a question of looking at the chart. I mean, when you see three things come together, red bar, red small dot, in this case, this is a daily, weekly chart of SPY, the S&P 500, and a red X, that means that both the weekly, the red X, and the daily, the red dot, and then the red price bar, doesn't matter the big dot just tells you that's the first red bar. The big blue dot tells you it's the first blue bar. That's all that big dot means. It's the small dot and the big X, the same color as well as the color of the bar. See, when it's green, it just means sideways or neutral. When it's red, it means downtrend. So when you get the first red bar with a red dot and a red X, that's triple confirmation. That's three algorithms and time frames all agreeing that that's the perfect time to go short, or at least that's the odds in your favor. Now, they'll be losing trades. I'll guarantee you that. There's no perfect system, but we always have stop losses in place, so we never get beat up bad on a position, ever. We always have stop losses in place, so losses are small. And again, there'll definitely be some losses, but the winners are much bigger, which is why it's so popular and everybody likes it for all these years. And it's only been working even better every year, especially lately, with this big down move. So every year we update it, and periodically throughout the year, and it always gets better. So it's been dead on great, especially during this past month of all this, the big down move and all the volatility in the market. This is an S&P chart. Anybody who either bought puts or just went to cash when the SPY was at 325, they saved themselves over $80 per share. I mean, that's an insane amount of money that you would have just went to cash. Now, if you traded puts or you went short, well, then you made a fortune. You're rich. But if I don't even include that. I take a very conservative look at everything, very low key conservative. I don't like to exaggerate anything. I do the opposite and downplay everything. So if you just went to cash, you saved a ton of money. Now, obviously, a huge updated day. I mean, just a fantastic day as far as an update. But the overall trend is still on, still clearly in a downtrend. So, we'll see what happens, and it's interesting I think it's super interesting to watch it. And I literally watch it every minute of the day, all day long. So let's jump in. And I was asked to put the E-mini S&P chart up today. Normally I put the E-mini NASDAQ. They almost look the same anyhow. It's pretty much the same looking chart anyhow. Oh, thanks, Mike Z. So this is the chart, and it's the same rules, it's the same colors, it's the same dots. We're looking for the same thing on the chart. So we go back to the beginning of the day, and it was right at the beginning. We were right in the middle of an up move, so we're not going to jump in at that point. However, there was a sell signal right here, a little bit after that. that up move. I mean, technically speaking, there's a really nice trade right there. There's what you're looking for. I don't care what time of the day it is, what chart you're looking at, what time frames you're looking at. It's always the same. Blue bar, blue dot, small dot. I'm talking about blue X. If you have the big dot too, that's fine. But we need a blue small dot, a blue X, and a blue colored bar. Not a green, certainly not a red. So when you have that triple confirmation, there you go, up and away. It shoots up like a rocket right after that. Okay, we have a triple confirmation sell signal, and we lost on that trade because we like to put the stop loss 1 point above the top of the triple confirmation short trade. The triple confirmation red bars, red bar, red small dot, red big X. I also have these smaller X's because I have a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chart. It's all combined into one. But I'm just looking at the one, we just want the big dot and the small X. Okay, let me jump in here. Hold on 1 second. I thought I didn't. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't have the chart up at that time. So let me just scroll. Let me go back real quick. This was the S&P chart I was talking about with the triple confirmation short trade, where we had the sell signal 1 month ago at 325, and we're at 243 today, which is an 80-point winner to the downside. And again, oh, okay, I was okay. Sorry, Stuart said he couldn't see the chart. So I did have the chart up. Okay, thank you, Michael. I was going crazy there, but it's okay. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I had made a mistake. Thanks for letting me know. So here's the S&P chart, and again, the Nasdaq chart is a mirror of this. I'm not crazy, it's right. Sometimes I'm not sure. Okay, so we would have lost on that trade because we like to put the stop loss 1 point above the top of the red bar and the triple confirmation bar. Same thing on the Nasdaq, same thing on everything. Just put the stop loss just slightly above. Now, and we'd have been stopped out right about there because it started to go down, but then it popped up. Now, with this extreme volatility, the risk is a lot further away than we normally like. Normally, on an S&P chart, we're a couple of points away. On a NASDAQ chart, we could be maybe 10 points away. But with this, really insane VIX volatility index, you might want to trade like maybe 2 micro lots, 2 or 3 micro lots instead of 1 standard lot. What does that do? Well, it dramatically lowers the risk. Of course, you won't win as much, but you clearly will have less risk. That's what I suggest because it's just moving so fast. So if you had, let's say, 3 lots on a mini NASDAQ chart, instead of 1 lot being $20 a point, 3 mini lots is $6 a point. So if the stop loss is 40 points away, well, times 6, it's $240. It's not $600, $800. That's my point. Your stops are much closer. Your maximum loss is much less. And the markets are moving. They're sometimes moving 100. We're getting 100-point winners, and even more. So a 100-point winner, if you got three mini lots, you're still making $300 on the trade. So here's your triple confirmation buy signal. Well, it's real obvious. There's the first time you had a blue bar, a blue small dot, and a blue big X. So we buy it over there, and we're out on the red bar, red dot. So that's okay. Made about 5 points. That's $250 on that trade. Okay. This is what I love about Abletrend, and everybody says the same thing. The no trade zones. Right there, that's a really choppy sideways market where you, me, or anybody else would have gotten beat up if we didn't have Abletrend. But Abletrend kept us out because we have resistance above the red dots and red X's, support below the blue dots and the blue X's. So the blue dots and X's block the prices from going lower, just like it very accurately did here. The red dots and red X's block the prices from going higher, just like that very accurately blocked it from going higher. So the whole point here is for this half hour here, we didn't even take a trade. Abletrend said, don't do anything. It's not low risk, which is all we look for. It's high risk. So the software not only tells us where to buy, where to sell, and where to put your stop loss, it tells you when to do nothing. Don't do anything. It's too risky. there's a high probability of a choppy market. So it's kind of like a chop indicator before it happens, not after the fact and you already got beat up and lost. That's the beauty of the no trade zones. When we have red and blue on the chart at the same time, it means stay away. Don't do anything. It's too risky to trade. That's the best part of AbleTrend. That obviously we only have because it's our algorithm and it's our guidance charts. So that's what gives us the big advantage versus every other indicator. We simply have a lot less losing trades. Any indicator is going to pick the big up and down trends. That's easy. It's when the markets get sideways and choppy, there's the value in AbleTrend, because more than likely you're going to have a no trade zone just like we had today. It keeps us out of trouble. We have so many less losing trades with AbleTrend's indicators than any other indicators, and that's what gives us the big advantage. Triple confirmation buy signal right there. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X, just perfect. Up and away it goes, and this was an absolute home run. So if you're looking at this live, this is what you want to see. There it is. Red bar, red dot, got the big X, and here's the key. It closed above these red X's. So you're broken above resistance. So you've got a blue bar, a blue dot, and a blue big X, meaning the 1 minute and the 2 minute and the 3 minute are all coming together at the same time saying, buy it now. This is a very high probability it's going to go up. And stop loss goes 1 point below, just a little below the bottom of that blue bar, and it just took off like a rocket from there. Stop then goes at the previous lower small blue dot. Previous lower small blue dot, so we were not stopped out there. Now, when you get up to this point, now we've got some serious profit going. I mean, big numbers. So what I like to look for, especially when you're up in this area, 2 green bars. The stop loss would be here at this point. Okay, we're in at 23.87. We're at 24.15 at this point right here. I mean, that's 28 points times $50 a point. I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's big time money right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the stop. We're going to move it up from here, second lower small blue dot. When you see 2 green bars in a row, move the stop closer, just slightly under the lower of the 2 green bars. And these were both the same. So we're going to move that stop from 24.04 all the way up to 24.12. Why? 2 green bars in a row, and we have a big profit that we want to try and, that we don't want to give much of that back. We want to try and hold on to such a big profit like that. And then we're completely out over here because obviously you got red bar, red dot, plus there's the second lower small blue dot, and we would have been stopped out at that point. But that's a tremendous gain right there. You're looking at 28 points. I mean, 28 points times $50 a point. Oof. Now we're talking some crazy money right there. John says, what about trading the tick chart with the micro? Yeah, that's what I spoke about when I started the webinar. John, I spoke about the micros. I totally agree. Use the micros. Trade a couple of micros instead of one standard lot. You'll dramatically lower your risk because the stops is just too far away right now because of the unusual high volatility. Okay, moving right along. I mean, we've got our next trade right there. There's that triple confirmation trade we're looking for. If we're looking at it live, we're looking for, red bar, red dot, red X. Well, there's a red bar, red dot. Let's see. It goes under the blue dot, under the blue X's. That's the key. You want to get it under support. Once it goes closes, there's the close. That's why we never use candles. We always use open, high, low, close. So once it goes under the blue X's, closes under the blue, right there, here's your triple confirmation trade. Big red X, 3 minute X, 2 minute X, 1 minute dot, red bar, closes under the blue X. I mean, it's just the chart. If it could talk, it'd be screaming at us to sell it short. We're going lower. The odds are greatly in favor of this going down. And that's exactly what it did. I mean, look at this move right here. Here's your 2 greens. Stop goes 1 point above because we got a big profit there. Stop goes 1 point above, very next bar, we're stopped out. Made 10 points on that trade. Times $50 a point, that's a $500 winner right there Abel Trend gave everybody who just simply traded the charts. No emotion, yep, very disciplined. It's the only way you or I or anybody can win, because if we use our emotions, we're guaranteed to lose. I can vouch for that, just like most anybody can. You've got to just trade the charts and trade the signals, go by the rules, and be very, very disciplined, like a robot. Because any other way, you won't be successful. It's not possible. Okay, moving right along. Another no trade zone, and it's a good thing we didn't, because it was just sideways and choppy. There's another perfect triple confirmation sell signal. Down it went. 2 green bar stop. We're stopped out right there. No trade zone in here. All of this we avoided. This big choppy mess. Abel Trend kept us on the sidelines for that about 30 minutes. We never had triple confirmation. Simply no trade. There's your triple confirmation buy signal right toward the end of the last hour of the day. And that was just a mega home run. I would have been stopped out here, because there's our 2 green bars. We'd be winning about 15 points at that, about 18 points at that point right there, winning about $1,000 if you were trading one normal lot, and then a stop out would be right there. And now you say, well, when do I get back in? Sweet spots. When the prices pull back down to the blue dot and come either touch or come very close to it right there, that's a sweet spot. So now when we get a blue bar, a blue dot, and a blue X, triple confirmation, you have the option to get right back in again. Okay, and then there's our 2 greens, stop out right there, and we pick up another 10 points on that trade, another $500. It was an unbelievable day today, one of the best days of the year. Let me just get right back to a couple questions. Sandeep, I've had something about NinjaTrader telling me how I can get data. Sandeep, I don't know what you're referring to. Something about NinjaTrader telling me how I get data. Well, you'll have to check with NinjaTrader. You're not using our platform. You're using NinjaTrader. So you'll have to check with NinjaTrader if you're having a data question. You can John says, can you trade the tick chart? You can, but there's just going to be so many ins and outs. I don't recommend it, because there's going to be a lot of ins and outs. You can if you like. It's optional, but the 1-3 chart has just been outstanding. Why, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I like to combine the tick chart and the 1-3. When they both agree, that just even really piles the odds on in your favor. Real quick, because I'm out of time here, but I will show. I show the stock. I stole the index there, Frank. So I'm being asked to show a bunch of different charts here. I'm just going to show one here. And it's the same rules, Stuart, the same colors and the same dots as I just went over. So once you see the triple confirmation, regardless of it, if it's a CL chart, if it's a crude chart, if it's a S&P chart, if it's an Apple chart, it's exactly the same. So there, triple confirmation sells. I mean, they just jump off the chart right there. Triple confirmation sell. No trade zone. No trade zone. Triple confirmation buy. Triple confirmation buy right there. Wow, that thing really took off. No trade zone. No trade. No trade. I mean, when you see red and blue together, it's just obvious you don't trade. Yeah, you might have to check with tech support. We use X's. You might have dots on your NinjaTrader. We use X is the same thing as a dot. You always have tech support here. They do all the setups. I do the trading support. Tech support does all the technical stuff. Oh my God, so many questions. Stephen, is the chart set up with 3 time frames? I don't know what you're looking at. Mine is, yes. It's set up with 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chart. And we have these already set up for you inside of AbleTrend and inside of NinjaTrader, whatever you're using. We have templates already set up. Again, if you need any help, just check with tech support. Tech support's here from 10 in the morning till 6 Eastern, which is 7 to 3 Pacific. It's the same thing. All right, one really quick for Michael on the Russell at 152. $152 would be right in here. So that's obviously that's a sell signal right there. And that would be, well, you're not going to take the two green bars in here. And this is the perfect, right in here is where you want to get in at, because you've got triple confirmation. You're below the blue X. So right there, Michael, it actually looks like it's about 113.50. 150 would be the perfect triple confirmation sell signal. Red bar, red 1 minute, red 2 minute, red 3 minute, and you're below the 2 minute X. Closes right here below the 2 minute X. So you go short there, stop goes a couple ticks above the top of that red bar. Now whirls around, down it goes. There's your two greens, because you've got about a 7 or 8 point profit going here. Stop goes just a little bit above that, and you're out right there. Pretty cool stuff. That's how you would trade that, which is exactly the same thing that that I go over every chart, every time frame, every week, every market. Everything is exactly the same. All right, well, hope that was helpful. Thanks for being here, everyone. I'm always glad to help. Let me know. I'll be here anytime. You can call or email. Software's just been nothing short of fantastic, helping everybody in this crazy market. And again, if it's too much risk, intraday trading, simply trade the micro lots. Have a good night.